Hi, this is Attorney Mike Gravel coming to you from Chicago as usual, and today we're going to take another look at stupid traffic stops. This one is really interesting. We're going to call it Stupid Traffic Stop number 5. Let's do it.
How we doing, sir? The reason I'm stopping you is I followed you for about 2 miles and you were sleeping. Sir, I was upside of you. I was looking at you and you were doing this. Your eyes were closed. So you're telling me you were not sleeping.
Okay, so this guy's asleep at the wheel, as the thumbnail indicates, and he's in, roughly speaking, my neighborhood. He's near the Wisconsin-Illinois border. I've been up there. I don't hang out there, but I know the area. And he's in a Tesla, which apparently has some sort of auto drive feature. A lot of cars do now, and I think that Teslas probably have more than most. I think he just decided to take a nap on the way to work.
I was tired.
Well, you're going to get a ticket now because you were sleeping. I'm not going to argue with you.
I got this video from Code Blue Cam, and I'll put a link to that in the description below. I edited a lot out. Apparently they observed him sleeping and he was driving about 82 miles an hour.
41 golf 12. 10 for 231.
Recording.
He was totally sleeping. Totally.
I'm keeping that block.
Perfect.
Another car, please. What?
How we doing, sir? The reason I'm stopping you is I followed you for about 2 miles and you were sleeping. You were totally like this in the car. Why would we drive like that?
I was okay.
No, you were sleeping.
I was a little bit tired.
No, you were sleeping, sir. I was upside of you. I was looking at you and you were doing this. Your eyes were closed. So I understand you have autopilot, but if something was to happen, you're not able to make that conscious decision to stop in a hurry. You understand what I'm saying? Can I get a driver's license?
Of course.
Have you been drinking or anything like that?
No, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just on my way to work.
You're on your way to work and you're sleeping?
Yeah, I'm just on my way. I'm not sleeping, but I'm, like I said, I was just tired.
I find this absolutely fascinating, and you'll see as the video goes, even the officers doing it. I mean, this is a new situation, and you see the law evolving, and it always has, and it kind of puts me in mind of sovereign citizens again. They want to go back to the horse and carriage instead of applying that to driving a car. This is going to happen more and more as time goes on. I don't know how good these auto drive features are at the moment, but they're coming on. They're not mainstream yet, but they're out there. They're certainly out there. The technology exists. It's not a big deal, but it'll be interesting to see how this evolves.
Do you have insurance as well?
I don't have a card. I have a...
Okay, you have it on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're on your way to work, but you're sleeping.
Well, I'm not sleeping, but like I said, I'm on my way to work.
We had a person call you in sleeping.
Okay.
And I saw you
They
sleeping.
followed you from Illinois all the way to Highway 50, and then he got alongside you, and you were knocked out.
You were like this, with your head pointed that way.
Like I said,
I'm going to do the best I can with the audio, but I don't know if you could hear that. They said that he got called in by another driver on the road saying he's been sleeping for a long time. This is just really interesting because police officers just didn't have to pull people over for sleeping at the wheel because there was no method for the car to continue. If that was the case, I mean, this is new. I mean, these sorts of things have only started happening in the last couple of years.
I am tired. I'm on my way into work. But...
I get the auto option, but you still have to be awake and doing things. You're not able to make a quick decision.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have the full service yet. I don't think it's available for everybody.
241.
It's funny, he says, I don't have it full service yet, but although I'm sure the car can do a lot. I'm sure you can probably fall asleep and get away with it and all that. But I'm sure it's not legal. It will eventually become legal, is my guess. The technology will get to that point This kind of reminds me of when all of a sudden we had emails, and emails, like, not high technology stuff, but there was a time when we certainly had the technology, but it wasn't adopted by everybody. I think we're headed towards a time where we're going to have driverless cars. I don't know if that's, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, but I think that will become the norm. In fact, I don't think people will have cars. I think they'll just sort of order a ride like Uber, and a drone car, or for that matter, a drone air flight vehicle will come pick them up and take them where they need to go. That's my guess as to the future. That'd be interesting. If you have any thoughts on that, put it in the comments below, or if you have an estimate of when that time is. But it's certainly not here now. As the law currently stands, you got to be awake in the car, even if the car is capable of it. Nobody believes it. It's not legal yet. It hasn't been authorized. There will be a point, I'm guessing, where a car can certify that it's safe to do that, and we'll have legislation, and we'll get there. It'll be very interesting in terms of liability insurance and everything else.
Okay. I'm going to run your license. I'll be right back, okay?
Yep.
Hold on.
Nothing illegal in the car?
No, sir.
235 Sheriff on Illinois 27.
Go ahead,
No medications or anything like that? Do you mind if I look inside the vehicle?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, what was that, Sam? Illinois 326 of 83.
Keep an eye on it. Hey, it says it's on autopilot.
It wouldn't be turned on. You can't turn it on.
It says it's on.
You can't.
Dude, your own car says it's on autopilot. And I have a video of it. Oh.
Like when you're parked, it's off.
But it says it right on the screen. Navigation on autopilot. Huh? See the blue? Read the blue.
You can only.
Huh? Okay. Well, there's no way you were driving your car like this. There's no way. I'm just telling you.
Slide back over there.
Yeah, come over here for us. There's no way you could be driving your car when I'm upside of you and you're sleeping. So I'm just telling you, sir.
No, I understand.
Or you would have been all over the road.
Just have a slide back to the back.
Yeah, just over here for us, sir. I haven't dealt much with this, I'll be honest with you, because some of these cars don't do this. Some of them do. So this will be the first time I've ever dealt with this. But there's got to be some restrictions that say you don't just put it in autopilot and then go to sleep. So that's one thing I'm worried about.
And again,
I love it. The cop is really honest about it. He doesn't know what to charge. He hasn't dealt with this. He says there's got to be some restrictions. Well, there certainly is. You have to be operating the vehicle. Yeah, you can certainly charge him under the current code, but he has to look up under what provision and why, because he didn't have cars driving themselves 5 years ago.
that was not the situation.
How can you say that when I watched you sleeping? You're trying to tell me you were awake when I know you weren't.
I understand. I was tired, and I should have probably pulled over. And
You didn't, I had my lights and sirens going for about 20 seconds, and you didn't pull over. Then I got behind you, told dispatch you're not acting. You're doing nothing to my lights.
Okay.
You're still sleeping.
Okay.
Finally, you woke up and then come over to the side of the road. But I've got a time delay. It's recorded, cameras, everything recorded, and you weren't doing anything, and I was following you with my lights going
Sure.
and sirens, which means you were sleeping. It's okay. Just be honest.
And that's not the situation. But
What's the situation then? I want to hear what you.
This is absolutely fascinating to me, and I always view these videos through the prism of all the other videos that I do. So if this is your first video, I'm sorry, but I do a lot of sovereign citizens videos, and I've been doing DUI videos lately. It's kind of fun. This stop is completely different. He's not giving the police officers a hard time, with the exception of one thing, and you'll see why as this goes on. He's not admitting that he was asleep. Clearly he was asleep, but I can see why I wouldn't admit it. He just said, no, I wasn't paying attention. I think that is probably better for him. He's not worried about them searching his car because he doesn't have anything. His story is he's going to work. I believe that he is, and ironically, he's a driver. He's taking his automatic car to drive something else. We'll discuss that in a little bit too. But this is just so strange. We don't have any. He's not claiming they don't have rights or jurisdiction or any of this nonsense. He's not claiming traveling. He's just saying I was awake when he wasn't. The car was driving. And clearly he was asleep. They probably have video, but I mean, this is just sort of newer ground. It'd be hard to prove because by the time you pull over, the guy's awake and there's no test. You can't give him a breathalyzer and say you were asleep 5 minutes ago. It's not like that. So I just find the whole thing fascinating.
Say it is.
Sure. I was tired. I apologize.
So you're telling me you were not sleeping?
I was tired. I'm
not
saying I'm not tired.
Were you sleeping in this car?
I was not sleeping.
Okay. Well, you're going to get a ticket now because you were sleeping.
No,
I'm not going to argue with you.
No, I don't want to.
Okay. No problem. I'm going to look up what the statute is. I'm not real familiar.
Hit the driving type ID on tracks and you're done.
Okay. It's all on my camera too, and I had the lights going behind him for a while after I was beside of him. If he wasn't sleeping, he would have saw me. So,
I use my body cam to capture that it is on autopilot.
Okay.
So.
All right.
So, yeah.
Give me 1 second.
The vehicle can't be on autopilot when it's parked.
No, it just shows that it's on autopilot.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but it cannot be on autopilot. It could only be on autopilot if another person is actually holding the steering wheel.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, that's like, you know.
Yeah, that's just crazy, man. It's scary to think. Like,
yeah, that's why I slept with my hands on the wheel.
Like he got alongside of you, man. That's why all three of us came.
If someone's not holding the steering wheel for 30 seconds, it will automatically turn off autopilot for the rest of the meal.
You know how long he's been trying to pull you over for?
No,
it was a while.
Okay.
It was a while.
Yeah.
He's from the state line because I saw you pull in and I took off to go with you.
Well, no, I think Dave got behind him at either 50 or 158.
Shots fired from Beacon Club.
What are you doing?
This morning.
You can look up the statute for reckless. I mean, like he said, it may be borderline reckless. If he's crashed out like that,
Totally sleeping. So what is the purpose of these autopilots then?
Dude, these autopilot things, oh my God. I'm telling you, I've been by people, they've been awake, but their hands aren't on the steering wheel at all.
Yeah, they're doing things.
I had one lady that she was like riding and like almost like looking at a book, typing on a computer, drinking coffee.
I had the Tesla. I had a 13 Tesla. It didn't do that though.
Yeah.
I would think that they would have some type of safety that says every minute you have to do something to the wheel so you're awake, not
He
sleeping.
said you have to have your hands on the wheel.
Oh, I was like this. And I was trying to get his attention. He was looking
He's
that way.
just like a loose
and he's
cannon
sleeping.
going down the road.
And I'm doing the you know, I got my light sirens going, and then I pull behind him, and he's still nothing, but it's perfectly straight because it's keeping him there.
Yeah.
But I'm going, and then finally he woke up and saw me and jerked it to the right, like we're doing a car now. And he stopped. So
Yeah, that's
inattentive
scary,
driving,
man.
Right?
Yeah, inattentive or reckless. I mean, you'd have to look to see what the reckless statute says.
I think he has to be doing something that would promote reckless with other cars by him.
Yeah.
And there was cars by him, but there was no.
You definitely have inattentive, man.
Yeah.
He's out cold.
Out. He's saying he wasn't.
Yeah.
It's so I'm not going to argue with you.
You don't have to argue with him.
Yeah, it's a sir, you were not awake. If he would have told me, yeah, I fell asleep, then that'd be different. Not that I still wouldn't issue a ticket, but I just hate when somebody doesn't want to tell the truth.
You may have been out so hard you didn't even know, man. You know, like sometimes when you're like sound asleep and somebody wakes up and you're like, hey man, you're sleeping. No, it wasn't.
Yeah. But how long?
Right. Hang on. Oh.
So that, again, it's interesting. They're like going through the code, trying to figure out how to charge this. Of course, you have to be driving, but this is not a common scenario. They're like, what ticket do I write for this? Yeah, you know, does it fall under reckless driving? Immediately, that brings the thing. What's the intent in reckless driving? I mean, if you're asleep, you can't form intent. Oh Lord, it's a mess.
All right, can I have you step out so I can talk to you out here? I just like to be out here. I'll have you come over here behind my car. Right here's good. So I have a question. Do you have any medical conditions? Do you suffer from narcolepsy or anything like that that makes you just fall asleep?
No, sir.
You have nothing like that?
No.
Okay.
I'm just on my way to work. I was telling the other officer, I'm a FedEx driver. That's all. Like I'm just on my way to work. I work 7 days a week. I felt I was tired. I might have been a little bit tired, and I'm really honestly just not trying to lose my job. And that's
okay.
Really...
Wow, that is crazy. He's a FedEx driver. I've represented a bunch of FedEx drivers and a lot of people. You'll see what's going on here. It's pretty crazy. And his job is driving. So he decides he's going to take a nap while driving to work when his job is driving. I think he's got a bunch of other problems coming up here. If he's driving for FedEx, he probably has a CDL. If he gets convictions on these tickets, and I think he will, he might have a CDL revoked. He's got serious problems. He's late to work, and he may not be able to work anymore as a result of this. And that does make sense. If you have the poor judgment to fall asleep at the wheel with unproven technology, it may work, but you know, no one's asked you to gamble everyone else's life with the idea that this is safe.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be issuing a citation for inattentive driving. That means you didn't have your eyes on the road while you were driving the car on the road.
So there it is. They were looking around on the computer and they went through the code and they went to inattentive driving. Certainly, I mean, I don't know the specific. I think they're in Wisconsin now, so I don't know the specific elements for inattentive driving in Wisconsin, but I imagine that not being awake would cover it.
Okay. Second thing I'm going to do, and then I'm going to end up towing your car. Listen, before you say anything,
Oh my goodness.
you have had 2 priors last year for the same thing. People called you in August and February of 2020, where they observed you on the interstate sleeping.
Unbelievable. This is his 3rd ticket for this. His 3rd ticket. So they have to do something. They absolutely have to write him a ticket. You know, this guy continues to do this. He just thinks his commute to work is an extra hour of sleep or whatever. That's dangerous. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm guessing it might be dangerous. I think it is. I don't know the level of technology. I don't happen to own a Tesla. I'm not a fan of the whole thing, but they got to do something, because I don't know, or maybe this really is safe to do. But if it is, let's declare that, call it the law, and say if you have a car operating under a certain operating system that's certified with the state, and we think that that's safe enough, then fine, let's have that legislation and go there. But right now we are not there. I can tell you, I practice law often involving the Illinois traffic code. This is Wisconsin, but it was in Illinois when it started. And we do not have that provision yet, as far as I'm aware, and I would be aware.
That's in our county. We don't even know about Illinois or Racine County or anything. That's 2 priors in our county. This is your 3rd time of people calling you and sleeping in this black Tesla.
So I'm going to tow the car. You can pick it up later, or with somebody that's not what I believe to be sleeping, tired, unable to drive their car.
That's also interesting to me. They just decide they're going to tow his car. This guy's not drunk, and now he's awake. You know, I'm sure he could drive his car to the next place. Although I think this is good. I think this is good in terms of he'll have consequences at work. He will have a large cost in getting his paying the tow bill. And I'm not saying that in a mean way, but obviously it's a 3rd offense. He's got to start having consequences to do this. We don't want the first consequences to be he causes a huge accident because he's crashed out and the technology isn't quite there yet.
Or you can, I think the best thing is I can take you somewhere, either the gas station or wherever, and then I'll give you the tow information, who's got the vehicle. It's going to be Jensen's. I don't think you're safe to drive right now. If you were to take off and get in an accident, it would be me, and I don't want to be responsible.
Honestly, officer,
Here's your citation for today's incident.
The other thing, he's going to do a driver condition report.
Yep.
That's going to go to the state DOT just to have you checked out, because we can't have you sleeping behind the wheel, man.
Yep.
It's interesting too. I think he's probably perfectly safe to drive, although I don't know. However, I think the officer is doing the right thing under these circumstances. How do you determine that? I mean, he was napping. I think he was just thinking, "Oh, this is cute. I've got a self-driving car. I can get some extra sleep." I think he's probably fine to drive. The other thing is he's driving to a place where he's now going to get in a bigger vehicle and drive. I mean, if he's too tired to drive now, he's certainly too tired to do his job as well. But they have no way to determine those things. So he's just going to say, "You were asleep at the wheel. You don't get to drive from here." Yeah, I mean, we'll issue a citation, and you're going to have to go someplace else. But we're not trusting you to operate this vehicle from here forward.
Doing a full report where they're going to bring you in and talk to you and figure out, do an investigation. It's called a driver condition report.
Okay.
Because of what's going on, I got to make sure everybody's safe. And to me, that's not being safe, sir. Okay? So I'm going to have you sit in my car and I can either give you a ride to a gas station, but you can't take the car.
I can't go to work today then?
You can probably
You
go to work.
You just got to find a ride. We're not going to let you drive.
I mean, it's all the way in Cudahy. I don't know how I can make it from
Well, I would get on your phone. I can take you to either a gas station, a truck stop over here, or somebody can come pick you up. Let them know you're going to be a little bit late. But right now, you can't take your car.
I know it's kind of an emergency at work because like I have to be there. I'm already late. And
okay. I think this is more of an emergency that we keep everybody safe, including you.
No, of course. Safety is absolutely important.
That's why I'm doing this, sir. Okay.
Is there any way around like where I can continue and can go to? Like, I understand that this is the issue. Like
you're trying to say I should let you get in the car and drive away? There's no way, no, sir.
No, I understand the citation, and I'll definitely address it.
Okay.
Is there any way I can commute to work today? And then
you drive for work, right?
Yeah, I'm a full-time driver.
I feel bad for this guy. He's a nice guy. He seems like a sharp guy. He's not confronting them. The conversation he's having with the police officers is entirely rational, and I think the police officers are doing a very good job. It's also an interesting stop on that front. Nobody's out of line. Everyone's just trying to resolve the situation. I think the officers make the right call here, but I think he also makes the right plea. He's like, "Hey, can I continue so I can go to work?" The answer was no, and it probably should have been no, but he didn't do it in some crazy way or threatening or citing soft-sit nonsense or any of this business. He was just saying, "Hey, is there any way I can get that done?"
Yeah, I drive all day long, so that's it's not an issue. Like I mean, I drive all day. I drive 7 days a week. You know, like so it's like okay, this is what I do.
Well, this is what I'm going to do is take you to a truck stop. I got to take you somewhere because you don't have a car here, and you can make a call to get to work.
Is your phone in the car?
My phone is in my pocket.
Okay.
Yeah, why don't we just do that? Get him out of here.
I'll have you sit in my car, sir. I need you to sit in my car, sir.
Okay. My wallet is in the.
I'll get that for you.
Is it in the?
It's in the cup holder.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll secure it all up and everything. Do you have a key for it?
The key is within the little wallet thing.
Okay. He said the key's in the wallet thing there. That's your key?
Yeah, it's in there. It's
okay.
In there.
Yep, everything's in there.
I got a little camera right there, like sensors.
Yeah, I had a Tesla. Yeah, it's not as nice as this one, but they're good, nice cars. Okay, I'll give you this. We'll have a seat in my car, and you can use your phone, and it'll get a better.
Make sure you don't pull on my door.
Yeah, we'll get a better signal if we go over here to the truck stop. That's a better place to wait, in my opinion, because then somebody can come get you and take you to work. And I'll give you a card as to where your car is going to be. And if a friend comes, he can take it. I just don't want you driving it.
Like it's being there towed at what time?
Watch him, Terry, for a second. Can you stand over here for me?
Yeah,
Thank you. I gotta unlock my door. Can't reach in there. Yes, you can. Thank you.
Now put your seatbelt on?
Sure. What time will it be towed there?
I'm sorry?
What time will it arrive there? At Jensen's, the car?
He'll be there in about half hour, I would say. They're going to be here in 5 minutes. It takes them about 15 minutes to Jensen's. I'll give you a card where it's at. If you can have somebody come, they can pick it up.
That's fine.
As long as you're not by yourself. They won't let you have it right away because we're going to tell them you can't come by yourself and get the car right now. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you more through there. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah,
I just felt so close. I didn't want to reach in here. I couldn't.
I got you.
All right. I'm going to take them over there right away, but shouldn't it be secured? Maybe the windows up and stuff?
Oh, they'll do all that.
Can they do it without the key?
Where is the key?
He's got it with him.
You have the key?
Yeah, you might have to do. That'll help.
That's the key?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy with these things, man. I'm gonna set it on the dash.
Yeah.
I'll do all that.
Okay. And then they'll have the key for him. You're going to give instructions to that driver? Not, I said give instructions to the driver, not to let him come and get his car. He's by himself.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know anything about Teslas?
Oh, electric.
Yeah, the key's in it. It's that little card on the dash.
Okay.
This dude was asleep driving down the interstate. They tried to, we had calls on him from the state line.
Oh, wow.
And then the deputy got behind him at 158, lit him up, and drove all the way here before hitting the siren and everything. He was out cold. He's driving, is on autopilot. And then I guess it's like his third offense.
Come on, if you don't learn from the first two,
Yeah.
how are you gonna get?
I don't know.
I mean, if it's a third offense, maybe that car really drives itself well. But you know, maybe the car is capable of it. I'm not in a position to say. But even if that's the case, my friend, you got to wait till the law catches up with that and allows it before you start doing it.
So there's the cards in there. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how to start it or anything like that.
You and me both.
It's all done off that computer screen. Once you open the door from the driver's side, that screen comes on. I'll show you. Like you push this and it opens.
Wow.
Maybe. It was opening. Oh, there we go. But that's the key. And then that screen is how you do everything. I don't know anything about these things, man.
I can try driving it up there.
Yeah, if you know how to drive it.
Well, I got it figured out how to put it in gear, so.
Okay. That's what I would do.
Alright. What a morning.
Yep.
I'll pull over here, so I'll have to pull right up front there. Is that handicap? That side. All right. Okay, sir, you can step out. Do you have any other questions for me? You know where Jensen's is, right? You found it on the...
No, I don't have data yet, so I'm going to have to figure out.
I can get Jensen's for you and give you a pen here.
Okay.
Jensen's Towing, Kenosha, Wisconsin. Okay? So yeah, you can go up the side of the building here and go right on in there and have somebody call whoever can get here. But they have your car and they'll be standing by. Once you bring somebody to come pick it up, you can pick it up right away.
Gotcha.
Okay? I wish you luck, sir. Okay?
Okay, all right.
I hope you don't take it the wrong way. I just want to make sure everybody's safe. And being that there's 2 prior calls of this already within a year, this is the 3rd. I think you should maybe see a doctor because you told me I didn't think I fell asleep. So I would definitely at least just get his opinion to see. I'd hate for something to happen.
Okay.
But that's all.
There's no doctor required here. He's just taking naps because he can. The guy is in good physical shape and all that. I appreciate the officer trying to be nice to him, but I don't think this is narcolepsy or physical condition. It's just he thinks he can get an extra hour of sleep that way, so he's doing it.
Up to you. Thank you for your cooperation, sir. Good luck to you.
There you have it. I just found that really interesting. It wasn't like the super funniest video of all time, but I'm fascinated by all this stuff. I'm like right in the middle of this. It kind of goes in line with what I was saying in my DUI video I did yesterday. You know, now you have Uber. There shouldn't. I can't imagine we'll have a lot of DUIs in the future. And as we go forward, I think we're going to have driverless cars, and you're just going to have a whole lot less accidents. Although they'll still occur, it'll be interesting how will they handle that. If it's driverless, now it's down to the algorithm. So there's no negligence, there's no accidents in that sense. The only negligence would be whoever's coding the program for the vehicles. So if there's a glitch there or the infrastructure. So I think you'll have a whole overhaul of insurance and the way everything is done. And that may or may not result in less accidents. So the whole thing is interesting, but you're just seeing sort of the front wave of this. This guy wants to do the driverless car thing just a few years earlier than the law is willing to go along with it.
Here at Law Talk, we answer all your legal questions and give detailed analysis of current events. Who am I kidding? We just mostly laugh at horrible, horrible court appearances. And occasionally you might learn something, but I promise I'll try to keep that to a minimum. Thanks for watching.